Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 Immortal Empires, playing the Barrow Legion campaign as Heinrich Kemmler. Where we left off, we have Eltharion the Grim about to make landfall, and another army, potentially two, coming up to reinforce him. We are at war on, like, four sides, because, of course, I mean, what else could it possibly be? And kind of facing a strategic dilemma here. So what I had originally been planning to do is to use Kemmler to kind of sweep up through here and hopefully raise a couple of Empire settlements and Marienburg again and force a peace with those factions. However, Eltharion coming in on the other side is going to force me to redeploy Kemmler off in this direction. I hate to have to do that, but I have to do that. Because I can't have a big stack or two like this running around in the middle of all my stuff. I have a third army way up here who is basically just a speed bump full of zombies. However, there is a chance that Marienburg could come in and actually start to fight. So I got to think about actually recruiting some real units into my meat shield stack. So we're going to take a quick look. My income continues to suffer because I haven't really been able to devote any real resources into kind of building up my economy or anything like that. Because again, you know, as frequently happens with Total War Warhammer, I have simply been in non-stop combat on all sides. Because that's a thing. So let's see what Eltharion's got. He has a significant amount of archers. Elven archery is a problem for vampire counts. However, he himself is only level 8. And it's not going to show me what level his Lore Master of Hoeth is. He's got, alright, a couple of stacks. I think I'm going to hold, and I'm going to hope that what happens is he disembarks and besieges, and this guy does not have the movement to reinforce, and I can get Kemmler in there to reinforce, presuming Eltharion doesn't have Lightning Strike. That is the hope. So we'll see if that actually ends up working out. Okay, his second stack did have the movement. That sucked. I'm gonna have to check and see what the Empire did too. And Marienburg. And I'm just waiting for those orcs down below the Broken Axe to declare war on me. And I'm still at war with like 3 other factions that we haven't really been fighting. Alright, not a whole lot going on over here. I still gotta... Oh yeah, I have like no money. Alright, so... Right, what is in this second stack?
I cannot rewrite reality.
An enormous amount of elven archery is in that second stack. And it's a wizard. Oh, boy. So this is going to get a little spicy.
Strike out.
All right, let's see. All right, so he's going to deny my reinforcements while getting his own. So that sucks. Might not be a whole lot I can do down in that fight. Alright, this is Gustav. He is going to want Raised Dead. Raised Dead has been doing an enormous amount of good work for me on Kemmler. Now, the other option I have is I can try and transfer all of Kemmler's troops into Gustav. But I don't want to risk losing Kemmler and having, like, magic items stolen and all of that. So, yeah, that's a dilemma. This is a bad strategic situation to be in. And where did they go? They went north? Maybe that was an effective deterrent. Oh, they split. Oh, that's even better. That is even better. Alright, so what we're going to do instead... He may attack Leonise, which would not be a difficult fight for him. Clothique. Alright. So he may make landfall here and try to come up in. So I'm going to reposition Kemmler back out, and I'm going to try and get ready to go with my original plan. Although it may end up being, delayed a turn or two, and we'll see what happens with this stuff up here. That's going to be kind of a wild card. But okay, so we got income from cities, that's good, and growth is good. What will that lead us into? Alright, that'll lead us into some Blood Knight upgrades and stuff. I mean, those aren't units I use very often. White Kings, Banshees, that's good. That's also good. But right now, the growth and the income is going to be a higher priority. Alright, I hate being in reactive mode like this. And yeah, I need a whole bunch more Blood Kiss. That'll be really great once we unlock it. But that probably won't be for a while. Because I'm just not getting... I'm not getting enough peacetime to really build up any of my infrastructure. I have to maintain these huge field armies with all of their upkeep as deterrent against this, these nonsense factions coming in on every possible side. Let's see what these elves do. He did nothing. Eltharion... That is a useful quest, because it's going to show me what Eltharion's doing. Perfect. He wandered off like a dumbass. I will absolutely let him do that. And I will take Kemmler, and I will raise Helmgard. Pyrrhic Victory. It'll cost me no units. I'm going to auto-resolve it. Oh, you know what? That's one I should have taken. Ah, well. Live and learn. Live and learn. For some reason, I had a brain fart. I thought that was part of Reichland's province. Right, so we're going to move this. You know what? We'll take a Shipwreck of Opportunity. How's that? Hey, not bad. Got a banner out of it. Alright, I'll take that. Did that give us any new factions encountered? It looks like no, so that's a good thing. Because again, more factions encountered means more pointless wars.
Even the Lawmaster could not.
So I'm really strongly considering attacking Yavthal there, but
Beyond even quiet.
she's almost certainly in regular movement. Oh no, wait a minute. She's not.
Magic in purest form.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I'll have to think about that for a turn or two. Let's take this opportunity to try and upgrade a building. And it doesn't look like there's very much. All right, that'll be a little bit of infrastructure. It's not a lot. Control and money. I think I'm gonna have to go with that. And we can actually do an upgrade here. That's not bad. We'll upgrade the gallows. Grugzin, I'm like expecting that to get attacked any minute. And I really don't know why it hasn't been. But that's fine. Skill points on the Banshee. Okay. The Banshee's turning into a relatively useful hero. I mean, not that that's unexpected. Alright, and we got some points on Kemmler. We are doing good with Kemmler. Alright, we've got Legions of the Dead. That's important. Which one is this? Alright, Hex Wraiths and the Blood Knights. I mean, may eventually move into Blood Knights. Black Knights get some bonuses from that one. That's good. Yeah, that's the ghouls and stuff. I'm not big into that. That's decent. But I think it's going to have to be the Dread Knights. Because once I start getting, replacing like some of these Cairn Wraiths and whatnot with Black Knights, that'll be useful for him. Alright, here's our guy who went out. This is his first upgrade. Well, okay, Restless Dead. Because movement points are the key to a lot of things. Oh, I should have moved my camera down to watch that stupid elf on the sea. I am worried about Marienburg there, going in and just razing Grugzint to the ground. That'll be a significant setback for a number of reasons. And this turn I gotta check my edicts, too. "140 factions. They're slowly whittling down. Faction destroyed Hockland. Alright, that might mean that the... Oh, great. That might mean that the Empire's getting huge. Alright, we're on growth and construction cost. I think I'm going to have to start switching to income for some of these provinces. Alright, I need that here because this faction got that stupid control debuff. Down over here, we're doing fine. We'll switch to income. Over here, we're doing okay on growth and all that. We'll switch to income. And actually, you know, here, we'll do some of that. Well, we're already doing okay on growth. I just don't have the money to upgrade this place. So I think... I mean, we get no income or anything out of this province. I don't know. I guess growth is probably the way to stay on that one. Right, Bastogne. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to switch to income. And we're back full circle. Okay. Alright, Kemmler he'll be fully healed next turn. Then I'm gonna start my march up through the Western Empire, raise a few provinces. That will be tactically sound and strategically sound, I think. I'm gonna move this guy back, reinforce Corone. That might also trick Yavithal here into like maybe coming up and landing. Because if I can get him off the water and out of movement points so he can't run away, and put, I'm sorry, her, into a position where I can attack without that unit, without that army just fleeing, that would be a very good thing. Now, I hate to end my turn without making any significant moves, but... Alright, it looks like that might have worked. Come on. Just waiting through the end of the turn here. Ooh. Alright, there's another faction. Oh, pestilent scheme. Blech. Alright, so that did indeed work. That tricked Yavathol into, like, moving out of position. So, if I needed, Gustav has a little bit more freedom. I'm not seeing a lot of corruption here. That makes me think that that might actually be an open province. And the Wood Elves have taken Aquitaine. I think Arguelon is one of the factions I have to destroy. It is. So that is a faction I have to destroy for my victory conditions anyway. So going to war with them at some point in the medium term is not going to be a big problem. Alright, what does this guy have?
Not possible.
He's got some mortars. I can take that.
Cease.
And it'll cost me 1 unit of armored skeletons. I will replace that from the raised dead pool. Or not. That's fine. Yeah, I'll move up. I'll raise Ellert. There's no army there, so that's even going to be more defenseless. I might have to come back here. Oh, perfect. I might have to come back over here to heal my units and regroup and all that. Alright, now I'm going to do a little bit more on infrastructure, or at least trying to. That's an important long-term upgrade. I'm really thinking about that. Especially because in Bastogne we've got our iron mine, which is reducing the recruitment cost of those Graveguard. That's also very tempting. Because that's yeah, these are significant upgrades. Yeah, it's going to have to be the Gallows. I don't think there's any other realistic choice. And I can also... Alright, that's only going to be... That's trivial. I mean, they lead up to, you know, a double, but... I'll hold off on those for right now, and especially in Grugzin. I don't know how Grugzin is still standing. Alright, Garrison Lord not moved. That will continue to be the case. Alright, I've already moved you. You are in position. You know what I can even do? I could even move Gustav von Karstein. As like an attack of opportunity here, I can try and move him up this way to reinforce Kemmler. And I can always turn him back if Eltharion comes back. I mean, there's nothing says I can't bring him back around the other way, so that's fine. Alright, we got another upgrade on Kemmler from that fight. That's good. Oh, we got 2, actually. Alright. Well, what can we do down here? Lightning Strike, that's actually really good to take. Attrition -5, that's also good. I mean, all of these skills are relatively decent. I think I'm going to go with Undeath Resurgent, and now I'm going to start working the blue line a little bit more. Yeah, the bonus to attrition resistance is always really good. And the Banshee, Loving the Banshee. It's kind of risky leaving Kemmler down a unit and with with a bunch of his stuff there, like, wounded, but we see what happens. Alright, looks like the Ivrisian mage there is just kind of hovering out on the coast, despite Gustav moving out of position, so that's not bad. And still, okay, a hero from Marienburg, but no other significant movement. We'll take Kemmler through, raise Elart. What? It's going to cost me Graveguard? I don't see how that happens. I will fight that in the field. Of course, it's a minor settlement battle, which is going to be stupid. Yeah. Minor settlement battles can be a little weird in Warhammer 3. If you haven't played it much, there's all these like resource hotspots on the map and everything that you have to hold in order to get like battle resource points that you can use to like barricade off some of the city streets and that sort of a thing. It can get a little strange. But I'm not willing to lose a couple of units of Graveguard for this. I think I can probably retain them. Alright, so here's the main capture point. I'm thinking I may just kind of go for that. And just, like, charge right in. Oh, whoops. Forgot about them. Alright, now, where else? There's another part of me that wants to put some whites up here and charge in and sort of hit them from the back. But that can get a little weird. There's no gate, though. I mean, that's going to be a really stupid bottleneck. But I think I'll just kind of live with it. Now, what's going to be good is taking these faster units over here and trying to get in up through the city this way. I also have the option of putting them over here and just taking a little bit more of a direct route. And in retrospect, I think I'm going to do it that way instead. The flying units are going to be flying units. And Kemmler and the Banshee will come over here. Alright, let me see what they deployed. They deployed on the wrong side. And that suits me just fine. Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Alright, let's move those guys way over the back and see what we get. We'll be a dumbass and charge these right in. Alright, put the speed back up. Now, in a battle like this, where the enemy regiments are going to be really clustered together, Wind of Death gets even better than it normally is. And it's already pretty amazing. Oh, yeah. Alright, Kemmler, give me some zombies. And then give us some Krell. that is... It's pushed through. You guys are getting enveloped more than I wanted. Alright, flying units. That's actually working out pretty well. Kemmler. Get some more zombies in there. Get out of the front lines. Need some more magic for Wind of Death. Alright, that's done. We're fighting the archery tower, which is not what I wanted. Push on through. Krell. Get up this way and get into the fight. How are my flying units doing? Alright, we've lost one of them. The bats are going to retreat off because I don't want to lose the unit completely. This big monstrous thing is going to come over and try and hit these archers. Alright, that's going good. Alright, good. We're holding there. That's what I like to see. And where's Kemmler? We need more zombies over here. And then we're going to need some more Wind of Death. Let's go back and double up on that. Alright, Wind of Death. Yeah, that's all just zombies. That's perfect. Oh, yeah. And then there were more zombies. Let's get in there. Oh, you're trying to charge Kemmler. That's cute. Alright, gonna kind of reposition some of this. You guys need to get into the fight. And these units that were in the back, you're gonna come around the other way. One of you is gonna try and come around over here. Alright, good. There's Krell doing Krell things. I'll make sure he's charging in. More Wind of Death. That is what I like to see. Alright, that's going to be a suicidal suicide. Keep fighting. Where's that one unit that's not broken? Wrong ones. There we go. See about getting in there. Krell will mop this up. Continue to fortify. Archers, really? Did I lose my, what are they, the Vargeists? I did. How did that happen? That's a friggin' street battles, I tell ya. Let me see if I can do this. Nope, it doesn't look like I can do zombies down the path. Where's Krell? He's chasing those guys off the board. Same with the Banshee. No need for that. Let's get you down here into the fight. And what do we have here? Alright, these guys, I will try and push them through the side so that we can come around from the back. Alright, they're doing their thing. Oh, yeah, it's going to work. Nice. Alright, now I'll move you back over here. Get into those archers. Get into those archers. Get into these non-broken archers. Perfect. Start moving them up to help reinforce. Alright, things are going well down. Perfect. Alright, so I did actually lose more than I expected to. But I didn't lose the Graveguard. I lost the Regiment of Renowned. Oh, they're the Wolves. Yeah, and the Vargeists. That's actually a surprise. I did not expect to lose them, but in fairness, I didn't use them especially well, so that's my own fault. But hopefully, maybe I'll get a raised Deadpool after this fight. We'll see. Okay. It's only going to be skeletons, but I'll take it. Alright, so hopefully that pisses off the Empire a bit. Let me see if I'm in a position to, like, get peace with any of these factions. Not really. Avalorn, not really. Worldwalkers, not really. Reichland. Nope, you still won't take my peace treaty. And Marienburg. Still won't take my peace treaty. Alright. So be it. Okay, on land, suffering attrition. That is what I like to see.
Follow me. They will serve. We are in agreement. Bats and wolves, gather.
Alright, let's talk about getting some of these zombies replaced with actual units.
Soon I'll be all-powerful.
Yeah, that's not stuff that I typically use down there. I mean, don't get me wrong, like some of the chariot units and stuff, and like the Mortis engine, those are decent. They're just not things that I tend to use myself. There we go. Alright, now we've got some more credible troops. We had to spend a whole bunch of money to do that, but let's take a quick look around and see if there are any worthwhile building upgrades. Not a whole lot. But we'll do what we can. Alright, skill points on Kemmler. It's what we like to see. And again, we're going to take some more attrition resistance, because that is always a good thing, as these elves are finding out. Oh, that beautiful attrition. Love to see it. Right, and Eltharion is not coming back. And he's charging in for Artois? that seems like an exceptionally dumb move. Like, charging into more attrition.
My minions are restless.
Yes, I will take money and a non-aggression pact from a Dark Elf faction. Okay, I was waiting for this. There is no way for me to win this fight. If I had a hero or something in here, I might think about it, but just with this, I'll just auto it out. I don't know how that didn't happen a long time ago. Wild Hunt. Orion will be more aggressive. Well, wonderful.
Darkness comes. March. My bloodline calls. Let us make do.
Alright, that actually... That'll work well, I think.
I'll ignore that.
That might have been a pretty dumb thing for them to do. Well, maybe. It looks like he might be coming up to challenge Corone, which might not be too stupid.
Then go. You dare. Kill them. Raise them.
This will probably deter him back to reinforce Marienburg, though. Although that is admittedly a guess. Okay. Ulrika Posner, right. This is the vampire hero that is in with the necromancer. This is intended to mostly be a melee fighter hero, so I'm going to work on the yellow line first. Yeah, I know that all my stuff is damaged. There's... Oh, 1,700. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Again, I don't know how Grugzin held out for so long. I really don't. Alright. The elf fled south, back towards the water. That's good to see. I can auto-resolve out and win against 2 armies, only losing some settlement garrison troops. That was not bad. Oh boy. That was not bad. Took 2 armies out of the field. Oh. Oh, they're having a bad day. Yeah, what now? That probably should have been a loss. Alright, well, you're in a position to kind of look like you're trying to threaten some of my stuff here. So I'm going to reposition down in this direction with both of my stacks. And we'll see how you respond. And, you know, I keep doing that. My camera is out of position again. Okay. Against a settlement garrison. Wow, alright. Settlement garrisons are doing okay for me these last couple of turns, huh? Unexpected, but I will take it. I will absolutely take those wins. Just goes to show, minor settlement battles are stupid. And this is a province that doesn't have to worry about control, so I'm not super worried. Okay, and Kemmler can probably now auto-resolve for nothing. And I will raise that to the ground. How you like me now?
Yes. The dead approve.
Alright. Gustav. Let me think here.
Bats and wolves gather.
I'm in a good position. I'm thinking this guy, I'm going to deploy him back over in this direction. Well, no. He'll stay in this area to reinforce all of this stuff. I'm thinking about putting him in Castle Artois. Gustav is going to come down and be a little bit more aggressive down in the south. I may even take the troop loss and settle Helmgard. I really should have just captured that when I had Kemmler down there.
Me grave hound.
I think that'll be the correct thing to do. That's a solid upgrade. Yeah, now we can regrowth in Grugzint. Get that back up to level 3. Garrison Lord not moved. Yeah, he is doing just fine there. Skill points on the Banshee. This Banshee is slowly starting to kick ass here. Let's start pumping leadership. If I can get... So I'm in a good position here, right? I'm not exactly at peace with these factions, but the immediate military threats have been mitigated. So I might be able, I'm thinking, to spend a couple of turns and disband some of these troops to pump my income a bit. Because the good thing about this faction is that, you know, between standard recruiting and raise dead, I mean, you can fill out an army in a turn or two, assuming you don't need quality troops. And that particular unit there, just holding the rear guard, does not need quality troops. "133 factions. I'm kind of thinking about what's happening off in the east. But doing the short campaign, I don't really have to worry about that. If I was doing like a longer campaign, doing a full paint the map, I would have spent some earlier turns sending a couple of throwaway explorer heroes, as you saw me do in a couple of my Total War 2 campaigns, to just literally go get some map exploration done. Alright, see, now this is kind of the position I want to start being in. I'm getting a little bit more money coming in. Alright, and yeah, Guisereau, no. It's going to be Bastogne and Montfort are the ones that are going to have the upgraded recruitment. So I will start moving down into this direction, and look at this. I can even do some unit trading here. Alright, I can take... Alright, that's good. That's a good little comp trade there. And this guy, alright, he can actually... Can he recruit this turn? Let me actually dump some of these skeletons.
What?
He can, but I can't make the whites yet. That's fine. Not a big deal. Alright, technology, how we doing? Alright, we're going to go for the baleful rituals. Now, that was good. The growth 15 and the income from city buildings. The vampire corruption will be helpful long term. This guy's still sitting there doing his thing. And I am going to replace those units we dumped with zombies. Because the zombies, of course, are only costing me 11 upkeep. Which is nothing at all.
They will serve.
Alright. Hostile units to think about. Alright. That guy, he's probably going to be recruiting for a bunch of turns. Going down and resettling Marienburg. And I'm happy to let him do that.
I will alone.
I'm kind of thinking I might want to come down and settle Bordleo here. I'm wondering if there are Skaven there. And I need to be at war with the... I need to wipe out Arguelon anyway. This disaster, I don't know what's going on with that. Let me think about it for another turn. Faction encountered the Jade Custodians. How did that happen? They're from way on the other side of the... Oh, you know what? I bet they sent a caravan. I bet that's what that is. They sent a trade caravan. Uh-oh. What's that? Oh, it looks like Durthu's going to go settle Bordleo. I hate to spend the money. I can lose the control for 3 turns. Or 4 turns. That's a problem. Alright, so he came in and he settled. And he's got just some... This is a... Not a particularly impressive army for Durthu. Man, I have half a mind to just sweep down and knock him out right now. And just take Aquitaine, that province. Because I need to be at war with that faction eventually anyway. Oh. Oh, nope. Nope, I gotta deal with that.
What do you want? We are in agreement. They will all pay.
And I'm going to forward deploy a little bit to block him from settling Helmtgard. That should zona control him and deny that. Grugzint still can't grow. You know, let me look at Montfort again real quick. This is just giving me the corruption. And we're already fully corrupted. So I'm thinking I am going to dump that and use that for a gibbet. Yeah, I think that'll be the correct play there. And I'll upgrade that just because we can right now. Garrison Lord not moved. Alright, you know, I do want to take one quick second. Every now and then, I like to occasionally go through and see if...
My kin, I shall consider thine words carefully.
Alright, that's not gonna... trade agreement would be nice, but I'm gonna have to spend too much to get it. Scourge of Cain.
Lord of fear, behold the black cord.
Trade agreement.
Few see its splendor and live to tell of it.
Maybe if I give you some money, will that... that's gonna take way too much.
My life, the fang sword.
Queen of do not attack.
And again, I'm just checking here to see if any of these factions we haven't been fighting might be willing to make peace. Reichland, I have beaten them down,
Approach me.
but they won't quite take it. You know what? Let me...
Speak. I will hear you now. Be warned, my mood is dark.
Yeah, they're not gonna...
Who called? I will not parley with the dead. Begone, abomination.
Yeah, nothing. It doesn't hurt to check these things every now and then. So these Chaos factions... I might be able to eventually get some trade going with them. Relations are slowly improving, so that is good to see.
You are here
Yep.
because
Relations are improving with the Wood Elves. Okay. How did they... Wow. How did they get... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's because it's that elven forest up there. I always forget about that. All right. Carl, this army will not be a significant threat in the field. All right, so even if... Well, I don't know. Maybe he's got reinforcements I can't see. But if he fights me in the field with that army, that will not be a major threat. And next turn, okay, where did he go? Looks like he ran back off. He probably went back to Altdorf. Worrying correctly that I could come through and just, like, start causing more problems over there. But it's not my focus. South in Bretonnia is my focus. Alright. And Gustav will settle this. It cost a lot of troops, but in the long run, that will have been worth it. Yeah, these Wood Elf factions... It's going to be time to start thinking about them real soon. The one side effect of not having had the money to upgrade too much of my stuff here is that, you know, now we're kind of into like the mid game, and there's been enough growth in some of these provinces where literally as soon as I can get the money, I can start to upgrade some of these. Commandment available. Vampiric corruption. We'll go with some growth. I retain that is still probably the correct move. Oh, I love to see that. Because not only... Alright, so... This was an enormous strategic victory for a couple of reasons. Not only did I sack these out, right? Raise them out. It's denying them an edict in this province. Same thing down here. You know, he's still got these other couple... But he's denied the edict bonuses in that province. So, you know, just going in and raising like a settlement or two on the fringes is very frequently... a really, really significantly good strategic move. Alright, no threatening armies I really need to worry about, but I'm going to keep an eye over here. Just to see if Karl Franz comes back down. Because right now, Gustav is kind of weak. And could genuinely be attacked and wiped out. Okay, yep. Okay, yes, thank you, Nurgle filth. I will absolutely take your filthy Nurgle trade agreement. Alright, so what I'm hoping here, this might actually be good. Karl Franz might settle Uberstreik next turn. If he does, Gustav will be in a position to threaten. I mean, he's already in a position to threaten, but he'll be in a position to go in there and actually do some damage. the zombie regiment, gotta love them. I'm gonna, I'm actually gonna. Because he is the zombie master. Alright. Yeah, that is the no-brainer there. Yeah, see, now we're actually getting income. I want to keep this up for a few more turns. And what I'm hoping is, if I can keep this going for a few more turns, I'll be able to build up enough infrastructure here to support a third army and keep some of these buildings going and retain a respectable level of income. This is what I'm talking about by like a period of relative peace, kind of in the mid-game, that can, you know what? Just in case Karl Franz bypasses Uberisk, I'll come down here to reinforce. But if I can keep this going for a few more turns, like 4 or 5 more turns, I can put myself into a really good strategic position. Because I have enough to support a 4th field army right now, but if I do, it'll suck my income way back down to where it was before. And that chased off Karl Franz.
Chaos. You think you can...
Oh yeah, even better. Alright. Yeah, now we're rocking. I'll take your non-Nurgle filth chaos goods. Because Kemmler does have that diplomatic bonus. With the Chaos factions there. Alright, now he's building... Alright, this is obvious. He's going to come in and make a move, I think. Sooner rather than later, I am strongly suspecting. Yeah, Artois, I think, needs the upgrade there. Alright. Now let's take a quick look and see what we can do here. White Kings and Banshees, that's good. Allegiance points, not really something I'm worried about. However, it leads to other good stuff. That's actually really good. The diplomatic +10 with all factions. But I think this will be more important. At least in the short term. Yeah, it's going to keep warning me about building upgrades. Down to 129 factions. They are dwindling out very quickly. Oh, good! Another elven faction I've encountered that can just declare war on me out of nowhere when I'm not ready and open up a front. That's great. Yeah, of course. Really? you're going to be doing that? Okay.
I will alone.
All right.
Good. This will do. Follow me.
Yeah, you can do that. See, I would be upgrading Gurugzent if there wasn't the chance of him doing that. So I'm going to hold off. I guess we'll upgrade Musalong, because that'll provide a little bit of income, and it'll let me upgrade these slots. Yep, need some of that. I'm impressed by what this second level garrison held off. So that wasn't bad. All right, this is our zombie guy, I think. And I'm going to start, well, that's really important, but his job is to support the meat shield. Meat shields. So I'm going to start buffing zombies and stuff with his army. All right, let's see what Emil von Corden does there, up in Marienburg. Okay, Karl Franz came into Helmgard. Well, I'm not going to win that. That is an issue. I actually didn't see that coming. Did I miss him on the map, or was he Fog of Ward? And this again, I'm shocked by what the settlement garrisons are able to resist there. Oh, good, we got Clothique. Yeah, great.
This better be important. This suits my cause.
All right, so here's the thing. I got to do this.
My bloodline calls.
Now, if I move over here, I'm sure I can get Karl Franz to come out if I threaten Altdorf. However, that would leave me all attritioned and vulnerable after that fight when he comes back to take some revenge. So instead, I'm just going to move down here and cut off his retreat. Yeah, it's going to have to be Corone. Because somehow that northern flank hasn't been doing too bad. Oh, boy. Oh, here comes all this. All right, well, that period of relative peace was nice while it lasted.
Everything dies. You dare.
And I'm not going to have the money.
Bring me flesh to craft.
All right, so I got two things I got to worry about. This united mess coming in and sweeping my coast. And Karl Franz. Karl Franz is less of an issue than this. So I'm not going to get my 5 turns of prosperity. Oh, maybe. That was interesting. I expected Rethia there to come in. All right, now, really? You think that's a decisive defeat if I auto-resolve that? Well, I'm going to fight it out. He doesn't have a lot of ranged troops. I mean, my skeletons are crap, but at the very worst, I'm going to bog him down and do an enormous amount of damage so that Kemmler can come in and clean up the mess. I don't know what level Karl Franz is. So, I may even be able to take him out with my vampire. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. This is going to be a weird fight for sure. Okay, and I got some relatively good terrain. And these sort of like unsophisticated wall of death tactics work better than they ought to against the AI, which is why I'm using that. Right, and I can deploy these wolves. Can the... Nope. Can the ghouls? They can. That's interesting. I'll deploy them up here too. That'll be a good little flanking attack. And these Hex Wraiths. Alright, the Hex Wraiths and the Wolves will go in and take care of the mortars. Alright, I think that should be correct. Alright, I don't like the damage those mortars are doing. Let's heal those guys up. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to start bringing in some zombies to go up and eat ammo out of those ranged troops. Oh, yeah, you're not too keen about me coming in on your mortars, are you? Yeah, how you like them apples? Alright, we're going to take the initiative here. We're going to come in and see what we can do. Alright, what are those? Those are... Yep, they are perfect. They're going to come in over this way. Let's get some more throwaway zombies. Okay, those guys are losing badly. That needs to be rectified. What are you doing? Get in that fight. I was sure I deployed you in a little better than that. Alright, Karl Franz flying around doing Karl Franz things. Can heal my skeletons. Alright, let's get in there. That's going well. Meat shields go. Oh. Let's get the meat shields in. Come on.
Yes, with haste.
See if I can push through. Stay in those archers. Perfect. Get in there, fight them from behind. Oh. Perfect. Let's get some more zombies going in the back. Skeletons. Get in there, do skeleton things.
Swiftly.
Alright, here comes Karl Franz. I don't think he likes my vampire.
Our time is now.
I think he recognizes the value of what I've been doing with all those zombies and wants to put a stop to it. Yeah, that's a problem. Get in there on Karl Franz. That's going to be a serious problem. He may just take me out. Yep, I'm screwed. Yep, I am totally screwed now. That should have been a win. If I had been able to protect Kemmler, protect Gustav, I think this would have been a relatively easy win. But Karl Franz was just too much. It's only a matter of time now before all my stuff crumbles. And even if Karl Franz ends up being the only thing left on the board, that'll still be enough to call it a win for him. So I will very honestly say that I did not expect this loss. I could rematch it, but oh well. I did an enormous amount of damage, so that's fine. Yeah, look at that. I killed more than half of his stuff. He's in a bad position, so if Kemmler fights him now, there's not really going to be a whole lot left to clean up. And he was high enough level to have his stupid griffin, so that's something to keep in the back of my mind. Fighting through these loading screens here. it's the settlement garrison. Yeah, I'm not going to waste the time on that. Now, if I'm lucky, because Karl Franz is all, like, wounded and stuff, if Kemmler's close enough, I might even be able to just auto-resolve that victory. Let's see what happens. Oh, he stole some of my stuff. And, of course, Kemmler is just barely out of reach. Because that is how this always goes. Well, we'll rectify that. Okay, I am surprised the threat did not materialize over here. I suppose the silver lining is that I have a little bit of income. Yeah, see, I need to get another lord going, and I really don't want to wait that long. And so also, let me recruit in a necromancer. Yeah, that's decent, the leadership aura.
Yes, misery and necropolis awaits.
Alright, and do I have any... Yeah, I've got some unassigned stuff I can give him. That's solid. War banners, always good. That's fine. Okay. Now we're in... Excuse me. All right, here in Montfort, we have the bonuses from the Iron Mine. So we can get some relatively good Graveguard stuff going on. And the Black Knights, I think. So, expensive, but good. And next turn, I should be able to get quite a few more. The Banshee, another... Alright. Guess we'll start dumping some more in leadership there. Kemmler. Kemmler is an immortal horror. That's not bad. Casualty replenishment rate plus 30. That'll actually help him right now. Alright, this is the Master Necromancer we just recruited in fresh. He came in at level 2. And... let me just take a quick look. Yeah, I don't think... yeah, that'll be fine. I don't think there are any magic items I can give him. That attack by Karl Franz, I did not expect to lose that fight. Like, honestly. And if they hadn't taken out Gustav, I think that would have been a relatively easy win. So that was definitely a deserved loss, and that's fine. The elves didn't come in and make any moves. I am honestly a little surprised by that. I mean, I realize that they're facing problems over on Ulthuan. You know what? Let me force the point. almost forgot, we can do some infrastructure here. And that'll be good. I'm surprised that this is providing a deterrent, but I'll take it. It's actually tempting to grab a couple of these Sylvanian crossbow regiments, and you know, I think I'm gonna. He's still hurting. So I think I'm going to be able to come in and I'll just raise Grunberg while he's trying to recharge and stuff. I mean, that will put me in a slightly vulnerable position, but I think it'll screw them strategically enough to be worth it. He's got heroes all over the place. That was an interesting little deployment he just did. And the elves still have not made an aggressive move.
Go on then. Speak your words, but don't miss it.
Yes, please. I will take that trade agreement. Alright, where is that? Alright, it's not giving me an option to show me where. Oh, alright. So what has he got? He's got some quality troops. Let's see if I can maybe auto-resolve the minor settlement. It'll cost me a couple of units, but that is worth it. Alright, and I am, again, slightly vulnerable. I'll do wolves to join that other unit. But I think that was enough of a strategic victory to justify that risk. You know what? Let me, Yeah, it'll just be the Graveguard. I was just reconsidering, and what I'll probably do, I'll get some Black Knights elsewhere, and I'll deploy them into that unit. But for now, I've got some upgrades I can try and think about. Right, next turn, that is going to be upgraded. I might actually be getting my few turns of peace. And I'm also slowly, but I am building up the trade resources. Ah, the Banshee. And Kemmler. Alright. Lightning Strike, Vampire Corruption, Growth, and Attrition. When under siege. I think the Lightning Strike is going to be more valuable right now. Alright. I'll focus over here. This is going to be the $1 million thing to see what these units do. Because Karl Franz, he could come harass me. I can't run. So he may come harass me. We'll see what happens. This turn, assuming I don't get ambushed or something, I just want to get Kemmler back in a friendly territory. I am sick of fighting the Empire. And in case you're curious why I'm not capturing these settlements instead of raising them, I really don't want to have to devote an army to deploying over there and defending territories in Reichland. I just don't want to have to worry about it. Alright, that's good. We've got a full stack of whites. Aha, look at this.
Never.
You dare.
This is a problem. Let's see about bringing in an emergency meat shield. Campaign line of sight's actually not bad for just an emergency meat shield.
Some wolves gather.
One turn. Full stack. I mean, they're crap troops, but one turn, full stack. That's how we do it. Yeah, it's going to have to be the armory. Well, I can ditch this, actually. Because I don't even need that there anymore. And I can put the Spirit Well, because being able to recruit Banshees would be good. Alright, so that'll... yes. Forgot all about this. Oh, right. Yeah, that's actually really good to take. So I am going to do that next turn. Oh, no, wait. It might... 6,000. All right. I'm going to have to put that off, but that's fine. All right. $1 million question is what Sarah does. Karl Franz is licking his wounds for a couple of turns. Kemmler's back on the mend. Yeah, this is an issue. But maybe that full stack of meat shields that just came out of nowhere will be a deterrent. And to be really clear, like in a strategic sense, I'm not expecting that meat shield I just summoned to actually win. Like if they come in against an elven army that actually has proper composition, they're going to get destroyed. The objective of that play was strategic deterrent to try and deter the AI from coming in as auto-resolve. And if need be, to do a fight and provide, like, reinforcements and whatnot.
Darkness.
Like, see, what we're going to do here...
By all means, you dare. March. Soon I'll be all-powerful.
Reinforcements for auto-resolve. That's the name of this game. So that alone, right there, that was worth it.
Necropolis awaits.
Oh wait, did I want to? Yeah, no, that was correct. That actually gave me a good boost of money, so I'm gonna... Yeah, so what this does here, right? Not only the Lord, like, look at that Lord Recruit rate, Lord Recruit rank, +1 faction-wide, the recruitment for White Kings, the corruption, the upkeep -5% for Graveguard and Black Knights, all armies, and the recruit rank for Graveguard and Black Knights, all provinces. That is a no-brainer, especially since, you know, I'm sort of basing some of my capabilities around Graveguard. And speaking of which, you know what? He lost his... that's great. I'm going to move down here and reinforce for when Karl Franz comes back again. Unassigned skill points. Alright, this is melee vampire. Leadership's always good on a melee hero. This guy, okay, he is another meat shield guy. Yeah, just meat shield. And this is the Necromancer hero in that other meat shield army. Oh no, this is the other lord. Yeah, always the campaign movement first. All right, well, I'm gonna save here and call this an episode. We've had a lot happen. Most of it was consolidation. But in general, I think this was a productive chunk of turns. We've did some serious damage to the Empire. We've got ourselves into some acceptable economic growth. And we've deterred elven invasion with meat shields. So, not bad. And make sure to check out the next episode, and hopefully I'll be able to start going on the offensive a little bit more. As always, thanks for watching.